Over the next 12 weeks, I'm going to put away the pretty boy cover model look and really focus on putting on as much muscle mass as possible. You can't keep that cover model physique all year round. It's time to awaken the inner beast, and who better to help me?
So guys, we're halfway through our 6 weeks mass gain program at the moment. One of the things I have to say so far is 6 weeks in, and I have to say I'm very impressed with how far you've come, Chris. How are you feeling over everything we've done so far?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. The two main objectives for us were, 5 kilos on and to get leaner, and we're halfway through and we've done that. So, this is just spurring me on to keep going, and like I said earlier, it just shows if you stay consistent and grab knowledge from other people, it just shows what you can do. So, I'm happy if you're happy, and on to the last 6 weeks. The most important thing for you guys, and I'm sure your followers are the same, like, Wole's a fireman. He does numerous other things. I'm in the lab X amount of hours. For you guys out there, don't just think because we're here, that this is our job, this is what we do. We're all like you guys as well. We've all, we've working 10 8-hour days. So, it just goes to show that you guys can do it as well. Just be consistent.
Well, I always say to people, there's 24 hours in a day. What you want to achieve is you have to set goals. For me, I set a goal at the beginning, which I believe that was possible to achieve that goal within a 12-week period of time we set ourselves, which is to put on 5 kilograms. We've done it in half of the time, so I need now to set another goal.
Yeah.
So where we've done 5 kilos in 6 weeks, and for me now to move on to the next goal that we're going to set ourselves is to do another 5 kilos in another 6 weeks.
And as you guys can see, from the progress, I've definitely got leaner, so it is possible. You can put on weight in specific areas and get leaner. It's just about being consistent with what you're doing.
So the additional workouts that we're going to actually do now is focusing on the arms and legs. So for another 2 workouts, we're going to do we'll specifically target the biceps and triceps of the arms, and we're going to specifically target the hamstrings, the quads, and the calves of the legs, because I want him to improve that area of his body. That's the problem areas, I'll call them. So it's all about finding areas that you would like to improve on and setting those targets and hitting those areas maybe once or twice a week instead of just ignoring them. If you follow the generic workout that everybody set, you're not going to improve in the areas that you need improving on. Like I said to Chris, I know where areas I need to work on for me to improve when I step back on stage next season. So you've got to know where you want to work on and where you want to be once you start your training program. Don't go into it blind. What do you think about that?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I've always known, my 2 weakest areas were my arms and my legs. So even now, I have brought them up, don't get me wrong, but, they're definitely areas that I want to work on, especially for the next 6 weeks. So, we're really going to focus on those. Working your training and your nutrition around your weak areas is really important. Maybe having your cheat meals or your high carb days on those areas, on the days that you train those, and obviously training them at more frequency and higher intensity, which is what you do anyway.
It's all about intensity to me. Training is all about intensity. I'll always chuck in supersets when I'm on a mass gain program. I'll always chuck in drop sets. It's to shock the body and step out that kind of generic hypertrophy training methodology where scientific rationale behind it. Don't get me wrong, I do believe in that. But at the same time, if you chuck in a little bit of a drop set and chuck in a little bit of a superset while you're trying to do an hypertrophy training, it's going to shock the body in a different way where you're not accustomed to it. So all I'm saying is, don't be afraid to try different things. Myself and Chris, we're going to collaborate on an ebook after this, and once it's out, we'll let you guys know. And if there's any specific areas that you'd like us to train, we're more than welcome for you guys to DM myself or Chris about areas that you'd like us to train, and we're more than happy to create a video based on the amount of requests we get. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, definitely, and we will be doing a live Facebook Q&A, both of us, at the end of our 12 weeks. So, if you guys have any, questions over maybe an hour or 2 hour period that you want to ask us, either drop us an email or stay tuned. So, on to the next 6 weeks.
I'm pretty so far, mate. Well done.
Cheers.